9 things that don't make sense for women after 70 from a wise old woman. Turning 70 isn't the end of the road. It's the start of a new chapter, one where wisdom, experience, and authenticity take center stage. Life after 70 brings the freedom to reflect, prioritize, and embrace what truly matters. Yet, as we grow older, some things we once thought important no longer make sense. Here are 9 things that wise women after 70 have learned to leave behind, making room for a richer and more joyful life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Chasing conventional beauty. For much of our lives, we've been sold a version of beauty that's impossible to keep forever, a fleeting image of youth, smooth skin, and perfect features. We were told that as time passed, our worth would fade alongside our reflection in the mirror. Advertisements whispered that creams, surgeries, and dyes were our only hope to hold on to something that seemed to slip through our fingers with each passing year. But now, standing here at 70, let's stop for a moment and ask, who decided that beauty belongs to the young? True beauty doesn't evaporate as you age, it transforms. It deepens and takes on a richness that no cream can replicate. Think about the moments that light you up, the way your eyes sparkle when your grandchildren run into your arms, the warmth of your smile when you share a treasured memory, or the soft laugh lines that trace a history of joy and resilience. These are the marks of a life lived fully, not flaws to be hidden. At this stage of life, beauty isn't a destination or something to chase. It's an energy you carry within. It's in the way you speak with wisdom, in the gentleness of your touch, and in the kindness you offer to those around you. Radiance doesn't come from erasing signs of age. It comes from embracing them. Think about the time, money, and emotional energy you've spent over the years trying to conform to standards that were never meant to celebrate you as you truly are. What if, instead of pouring resources into products that promise youth, you invested in experiences that bring you joy? A walk in the crisp morning air, a shared laugh with a friend, or learning something new. These moments add a glow to your face that no cosmetic can replicate. Here's the truth. Chasing the idea of beauty as defined by others will only leave you feeling less than. But defining beauty for yourself, seeing it in your strength, your kindness, and your journey, that's freedom. Let your reflection remind you of your worth, not of what you've lost. When you stop chasing the illusion of perfection, you open the door to a kind of beauty that's powerful, resilient, and unmistakably yours. At 70, you don't have to apologize for showing up exactly as you are. You've earned the right to redefine what it means to be beautiful, and in doing so, you'll inspire others to do the same. 2. Holding on to clutter. There comes a point in life when we realize that the things we accumulate over the years, the clothes that no longer fit, the gifts we never use, the stacks of papers and magazines we promise to sort through someday, begin to take up more than just physical space. They take up emotional space too. After 70, this weight can feel heavier than ever, not because our arms are weaker, but because our hearts know that our time and energy are too precious to carry unnecessary burdens. Clutter isn't just about crowded closets or overflowing drawers. It's about the stories we attach to objects and the emotions we hold on to with them. That scarf you haven't worn in decades might remind you of a special moment, or those mismatched dishes might represent a time when your home was filled with family dinners. But not everything from the past needs to follow us into the future. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means honoring the memories while releasing the items that no longer serve us. Imagine this: a home where every item you touch brings you joy or fulfills a purpose. A space where each corner feels open and light, reflecting the peace and clarity you deserve at this stage of life. The act of decluttering isn't just about making space in your home, it's about making space in your heart and mind. When we hold on to things out of guilt or obligation, we chain ourselves to the past. But when we release what no longer adds to our lives, we create room for what truly matters: meaningful moments, quiet reflection, and the joy of simplicity. Start small, perhaps with a single drawer or a box of forgotten items. Hold each object and ask yourself, does this bring me happiness? Does it have a role in my life today? If the answer is no, thank it for its part in your story and let it go. You might be surprised at how freeing it feels to release the weight of things that no longer belong in your life. Decluttering is more than tidying up. It's an act of self-care. It's a way of telling yourself that you are worthy of a space that nurtures peace and calm. As you let go of the clutter, you'll find that you're not just creating physical room, you're creating emotional and mental space to focus on what truly matters: the people, experiences, and moments that bring you joy. Your surroundings should reflect the life you want to live now, not the one you've outgrown. After 70, it's time to stop holding on to what's unnecessary and start embracing the freedom that comes with simplicity. When your home feels lighter, so will your heart. And in that lightness, you'll discover the beauty of living fully in the present. 3. Taking on every conflict. As women, many of us spent decades stepping into conflicts, whether to protect someone, mediate a disagreement, or keep the peace in our families. It felt like a duty, an unspoken role we took on without question. But after 70, something profound becomes clear. Not every conflict is ours to solve, and not every battle needs our presence. There is a peace in stepping back, a peace that comes from knowing when to let go. Conflict, no matter how small, can drain us emotionally. The tension of trying to resolve disputes, especially those that don't directly involve us, weighs on our hearts and minds. Picture a family disagreement, your grown children arguing over something trivial, like who will host the next holiday gathering. Your instinct might be to step in and fix it, offering solutions or playing the role of peacemaker. But ask yourself, at what cost? Too often, these efforts only place us in the middle, leaving everyone frustrated, including ourselves. The truth is, not every problem needs your voice or your intervention. There is a wisdom that comes with age, a wisdom that allows you to see the bigger picture. Some conflicts, especially those between others, are best resolved without our involvement. It's not a sign of indifference, it's a sign of trust. Trust in others to handle their own challenges, and trust in yourself to prioritize your peace. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care. It means recognizing that your emotional energy is precious and finite. Choosing where to spend that energy is an act of self-love. You've earned the right to step away from conflicts that don't serve you, to protect your peace without apology. Even long-standing feuds, whether with friends, neighbors, or family, deserve reconsideration. How much of your precious time has been spent rehashing old grievances? How many sleepless nights have you endured replaying arguments that, in hindsight, feel insignificant? Letting go of resentment doesn't mean you condone what happened. It means you refuse to let it hold power over your happiness. Stepping back from conflict doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise. It's about choosing harmony over hostility, peace over pride. It's about deciding that your well-being is worth more than the need to be right or to fix everything. After 70, you've earned the freedom to focus on the joy of connection, the beauty of simplicity, and the serenity of a life unburdened by unnecessary strife. Remember, the most profound strength often comes not from fighting battles, but from knowing when to walk away. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now is the time to care for yourself. In letting go of conflicts that don't matter, you create space for what does: peace, love, and the moments that truly make life beautiful. 4. Overfilling your schedule. For many years, we've worn busyness like a badge of honor, Believing a packed schedule reflected our energy, relevance, and importance, from hosting gatherings and attending community events to meeting family commitments, every hour seemed spoken for, leaving little time for ourselves. But after 70, the constant rush of obligations no longer makes sense. It becomes clear that time, our most precious resource, deserves to be spent intentionally, not filled aimlessly. Saying yes to every invitation or request often stems from a fear of disappointing others or appearing ungrateful. Yet, overcommitting leaves us depleted, running from one activity to the next, barely catching our breath. The cost of this pace is steep. Not just physical fatigue, but also the loss of meaningful, unhurried moments. A calendar crammed with obligations can crowd out the quiet mornings, peaceful afternoons, and cherished time spent reflecting or simply enjoying life. Choosing how to spend your time becomes a profound act of self care. It's not about withdrawing or isolating yourself, but about ensuring your energy is directed toward what brings you true joy and fulfillment. Before agreeing to something, ask yourself, does this make my heart light up? Do I have the capacity to give this my full attention and presence? If the answer is no, gracefully decline. You'll find that people often understand and respect your decision, especially when it's made with kindness and clarity. A simpler schedule doesn't mean a smaller life, it means a richer one. By focusing on fewer, more meaningful commitments, you create room for what truly matters: heartfelt conversations with loved ones, hobbies that spark your creativity, or moments of stillness that nourish your soul. Life after 70 is about savoring, not rushing. Let your time reflect what brings you peace and purpose, and you'll find that every day feels fuller and more rewarding. 5. Chasing perfection. For much of our lives, we've been trapped in the pursuit of perfection, whether it was ensuring the house was immaculate for guests, creating flawless meals for family, or presenting ourselves in a way that met others' expectations. Perfection seemed like the ultimate goal. But with time comes wisdom, and by 70, it becomes clear that chasing perfection doesn't bring happiness, it brings exhaustion. Think back to the countless times you stressed over details that no one else noticed: the perfectly folded napkins at a dinner party, the spotless living room before guests arrived, or the hours spent crafting an intricate dish that left you too tired to enjoy the meal. The truth is, perfection often comes at the cost of presence. While you're busy perfecting the moment, the real magic, the laughter, the connection, the memories, is quietly passing you by. Life after 70 offers a liberating truth. Perfection isn't what people value most. Your family and friends don't remember whether your house was spotless or your outfit flawless. They remember how you made them feel: your warmth, your laughter, your stories. They remember the love and authenticity you brought to the moment, not the details of the setting. Embracing imperfection doesn't mean letting go of care or thoughtfulness. It means recognizing that good enough is often more than enough. A slightly overcooked dish can still be delicious when served with love. A house with a little clutter can still be a welcoming sanctuary. By letting go of the pressure to be perfect, you open the door to joy, ease, and genuine connection. The freedom to be imperfect is one of the greatest gifts of this stage of life. It allows you to focus on what truly matters: the people, experiences, and moments that fill your heart. So, leave the dust on the shelves, laugh at your baking mishaps, and step into the world just as you are: flawed, real, and absolutely radiant. Perfection doesn't define your worth. Your love, presence, and authenticity do. 6. Neglecting your health. For much of our lives, health can feel like something that takes care of itself. When we're younger, we brush off small aches, skip meals, or sacrifice sleep, believing our bodies will bounce back. But after 70, the narrative changes. Health becomes more than a backdrop. It's the foundation of everything else. Yet, It's so easy to let self care slip through the cracks, telling ourselves, oh, it's just aging. It's normal. But here's the truth: taking care of your health isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. Ignoring small issues, like a twinge in your knee or a lingering cough, might seem like no big deal. But those minor concerns have a way of growing when left unchecked. The real cost isn't just physical discomfort, it's the opportunities you miss because you're not feeling your best. Climbing stairs without pain, walking in the park without fatigue, or spending a lively afternoon with family becomes difficult when health isn't prioritized. Healthcare doesn't have to be overwhelming or complicated. It begins with small, consistent choices. Nourishing your body with wholesome, simple meals gives you the energy to enjoy your day. A bowl of fresh fruit, a warm homemade soup, or a plate of roasted vegetables can provide comfort and vitality in ways convenience foods cannot. Preparing meals can even become a cherished ritual, an act of love for yourself. Movement is another cornerstone of well-being. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Gentle stretches, a short walk, or even dancing to your favorite song can keep your body flexible and your spirit light. Consistency matters far more than intensity. Each step, each stretch is an investment in your ability to stay active and independent. Then there's the importance of regular checkups. Avoiding the doctor might feel easier in the moment, but those visits are a chance to catch small problems before they grow into larger ones. Early intervention can save you years of discomfort and open the door to a more vibrant life. Caring for your health isn't just about physical well-being, it's about emotional empowerment. When you take charge of your health, you're sending yourself a powerful message. I am worth the effort. That mindset spills over into every part of your life, fueling confidence and a sense of control over your own journey. After 70, health is no longer something to put on the back burner. It's a gift you give to yourself, a promise to embrace the years ahead with energy and vitality. Imagine the freedom of being able to say yes to the things you love, whether it's playing with grandchildren, gardening, traveling, or simply enjoying a sunny day outdoors. That freedom is what you're nurturing when you care for your body and mind. So, start where you are. Make one small change today, whether it's drinking more water, walking an extra 5 minutes, or scheduling a checkup you've been putting off. Each step, no matter how small, is a celebration of the life you're building, a life filled with strength, joy, and the health to embrace it all. 7. Maintaining toxic relationships. For much of our lives, we hold on to relationships out of a sense of obligation, history, or habit. A friendship that spans decades, a family bond that feels unshakable, or a connection built on shared experiences can all make it difficult to walk away, even when those relationships become draining. But after 70, time feels more precious than ever. Each day, each moment becomes a gift not to be squandered on negativity, criticism, or one-sided connections. Toxic relationships take many forms: a friend who constantly complains but never listens, a relative who belittles your choices, or a neighbor who thrives on conflict. While these relationships may not have always been harmful, it's essential to recognize when they've shifted into something that takes more from you than it gives. Continuing to nurture these connections out of guilt or habit doesn't just cost you your energy. It robs you of the chance to fill your life with people who truly uplift you. Letting go of a toxic relationship isn't easy. It requires courage to step back, to accept that not all connections are meant to last a lifetime. But when you make the decision to release these relationships, you create space for something far more valuable: peace. It's not about abandoning people, it's about choosing yourself. Imagine the freedom of surrounding yourself with people who genuinely care for you, who bring laughter and joy into your life, and who appreciate the person you've become. These are the connections that make life after 70 rich and rewarding. By choosing relationships that nourish your soul, you honor your worth and the wisdom you've gained over the years. Walking away isn't an act of selfishness, it's an act of self love. It's a declaration that your time and energy deserve to be spent on what brings you happiness, not on what drains it. Life is too short and too beautiful to be weighed down by negativity. You've earned the right to choose joy, kindness, and harmony, and to let go of anything that stands in the way of those things. 8. Avoiding new experiences. There's a myth that after a certain age, life settles into a predictable routine, as though the best opportunities for exploration and growth are behind us, but nothing could be further from the truth. Life after 70 is a canvas waiting to be painted with new colors, new stories, and new adventures. Avoiding new experiences at this stage makes as little sense as refusing to enjoy a sunny day simply because you've seen many before. Trying something new doesn't have to mean grand gestures or extravagant plans. It can be as simple as taking a class you've always been curious about, exploring a park you've never visited, or trying your hand at a hobby you've admired from afar. The joy of learning, of stepping into the unknown, is a gift that keeps the mind sharp and the heart young. Starting something new can feel intimidating, especially when it involves stepping out of your comfort zone. But there's a unique magic in allowing yourself to be a beginner again. It's not about being perfect or even good at what you're trying. It's about the thrill of discovery, the pride in growth, and the stories you collect along the way. Every new experience adds richness to your life and reminds you that you're never too old to evolve. Think about the passions you may have set aside in the past because life got in the way. Maybe you loved to paint but stopped when the kids came along. Or perhaps you always dreamed of learning a musical instrument but felt it wasn't practical. Now is the time to revisit those dreams, to let curiosity guide you. You've spent decades giving to others. Now is your moment to give yourself the freedom to explore. Embracing new experiences isn't just about filling your days. It's about reigniting your sense of wonder. It's about proving to yourself that there's always more to learn, more to see, and more to feel. After 70, every step into the unknown becomes a celebration of life itself, a reminder that the journey is far from over. Don't let anyone, or even yourself, convince you that trying something new isn't worth it, whether it's small or bold. Every adventure adds to the vibrant tapestry of your life. And in those moments of discovery, you'll find that the best parts of your story are still waiting to be written. 9. Worrying about others' opinions. For much of our lives, we've been conditioned to seek approval, to care deeply about how others see us. From the clothes we wear to the choices we make, there's an underlying urge to ensure we fit in, to avoid judgment, to be seen as enough in the eyes of family, friends, and even strangers. But after 70, it becomes abundantly clear. The weight of others' opinions is a burden we no longer need to carry. Think of the countless hours spent worrying. Did I say the right thing? Was my gift good enough? Do they think I look too old in this dress? These thoughts can quietly chip away at your joy, stealing moments that could have been spent embracing the life you love. The truth is, people's judgments often have little to do with you and everything to do with their own insecurities or perspectives. What's more, those fleeting opinions rarely linger in their minds as long as they do in ours. After 70, the need for external validation fades in the face of a more profound realization. Your life is your own. Each choice you make, each step you take, should be guided by what brings you happiness and fulfillment, not by what others might think. This is the time to live unapologetically, to embrace the freedom that comes with putting your own joy above the expectations of others. Imagine wearing a bright floral dress to a formal gathering simply because it makes you feel radiant. Picture dancing at a party not worrying whether someone's watching, but reveling in the music and movement. Think about speaking your mind on something you care about, even if it's unpopular, because your voice matters. These are the moments when you reclaim your life from the grip of others' opinions. Letting go of the fear of judgment isn't about dismissing others. It's about valuing yourself. It's a recognition that you've lived through enough to know what truly matters, and that the approval of others is far less important than the approval you give yourself. When you prioritize your happiness, you inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of authenticity, showing that life is richest when lived boldly and true to oneself. At this stage of life, you've earned the right to be exactly who you are without apology. Let your choices reflect your heart, not the voices around you. Wear what you love, speak your truth, and walk confidently in the direction of your own joy. Because after 70, life isn't about pleasing others. It's about pleasing yourself. And that, more than anything, is what makes you truly remarkable. Embracing the beauty of life after 70. Life after 70 is not a time to retreat or diminish. It's a time to shine. It's a chapter filled with the freedom to embrace your truest self, unburdened by the expectations of others or the limitations of the past. These years are an opportunity to live intentionally, to choose joy over obligation, peace over conflict, and authenticity over perfection. As you navigate the stage, remember that every wrinkle, every gray hair, and every step forward is a testament to a life well lived. You've earned the right to prioritize what truly matters, to invest in relationships that nurture you, explore passions that ignite your curiosity, and make choices that align with your happiness. Let go of what no longer serves you, whether it's clutter, toxic relationships, or the weight of others' opinions. By doing so, you create space for the beauty, wisdom, and adventure that life still has to offer. The best part of this journey is that it's yours to shape. Celebrate your resilience, honor your story, and step boldly into this new chapter with grace and confidence. Life after 70 isn't about surviving. It's about thriving, finding joy in the simple moments, and cherishing the gift of time. Embrace it fully, unapologetically, and with the knowledge that your best days are not behind you. They're right here, waiting to be lived. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your own terms.